Good morning, hello everyone. Welcome to another morning video. I'm wearing my Dungeons and Dragons shirt. I hope you're all doing well. I just came back from a wonderful leg day, uh, in which by wonderful I mean I feel like I almost died. It was 6 reps of squats with 3 front and 3 back, so normal, and then front squats, and then another 6 deadlift sets with 3 straight legged, 3 with normal. And man alive, I am dead. Didn't run today, which is nice, so I don't have massive blisters again. But I had a hard workout. I'm pretty happy with it. The gentleman that showed up yesterday did not come today, unfortunately. And now I'm kind of chilling. We're getting ready to eat my next dish, which is rice and spinach, with a little Korean barbecue sauce on it. Very delicious. But yeah, and then today at some point we'll be recording some more Minecraft tonight, getting some more sub-tech going, as I continue working on the base and do another base tour update. And we're gonna have some fun with it. So we're gonna be doing that tonight, hopefully. Hopefully I won't be as exhausted. But yeah, and then we have a massive bunch of recording that's going to get done on in 2 weeks? Yeah, because I start my vacation currently on the 22nd, and I'll be going on vacation. I'll be on vacation until January. So I'm doing about 2.5 weeks, roughly, so far, where I'll be just out of town. And I can't wait. It's going to be a fun time. Definitely will be. I will be working today, so I do have some new studies I've got to get set up, some saves I've got to set up. But yeah, and then we'll be doing some CK3 today on stream for the modded CK3. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. I don't know what I talked about. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about my streaming/recording schedule. I got this question recently, which I thought was kind of interesting. Someone wanted to know, how do you work 8 hours, stream every day, and then record as well as D&D? So first off, let's start with the streaming. I stream for an hour Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's not very difficult. I just end of my work day, pop on a game, whatever game I'm streaming that day, and start playing. Usually I'm a little stoned because I usually, as soon as I hit my closing time, like I'm off the clock, I go and take a big hit and get ready for a stream, because it makes it a little more fun for me and makes it easier to communicate and talk and hang out. I think one of the biggest things as a small streamer is kind of keeping yourself entertained, because you're not going to have many people watching and hanging out all the time. So that's really how I do it, is I just smoke and kind of relax. Now, I don't condone this, I don't recommend this, it's just that's how I do it. And then typically Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, most of the time, pretty much the first and last weeks of the month, I am able to do a lot of recording, because during those days I don't have very much at work, so work is a lot easier during those weeks. Like, it's not as intensive. I'm not like hyper focused on, we have deadlines, we have to get all this done. During those weeks it's more of like, okay, let's get shit that we couldn't get done last month that was just like minor stuff done, and sent out, like updating teams and stuff like that. That's my breakfast alarm. But yeah, so we typically during the first and last week, I'm not as exhausted after my work and my streaming. I can just go in and record. 15 minutes a video is about 4 videos an hour, and I can just do that twice, and boom, I've got 8 weeks worth of content. That's why I also record different series for each different day, because then it gives more longevity to not only the series but also to the channel. So I have multiple kind of series going on. This is kind of like how YouTube used to be back in like 2012, and I did well doing that. Now I'm doing it more because I do recordings more to help me game, because gaming relaxes me, but I don't like to game on my own. So yeah, that's kind of the reason I do it. I just don't game anymore. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I will usually do that, and then on my vacations, especially around the holiday end of the year, is typically when I do my biggest bulk recordings. For those who have been watching my Roman achievement run in CK3, you'll note that that was recorded back last year on the last week of December. I just basically sat down and cranked 4 or 5 hours a day trying to doing recordings, and because I was on vacation, and I just went at it and finished it a day before I went back to work. So it was a fun time. I enjoyed myself. And that's kind of how I do things. I typically bulk record about 4 to 8 episodes in a session, and then post them up. I have videos. To give you an idea, I have videos going out for the next year, 2 years in some series. Like currently the Civ 5 achievements, those are. I have a series waiting to be uploaded, in fact, because I didn't have enough for it. And typically, what I do at that point is I start actually, when I get to that point where I can't upload anymore, as long as I don't mention the previous series, I'll start uploading that now. So, like, I'll start basically doing 2 uploads a day. And I just do lots of content. I mean, that's really all it is. Nothing real special about it, nothing major, I just kind of go at it because that works for me. Which does mean sometimes you get a lot of mundane content, and that's the risk. But people have been enjoying the SevTech. I think the people will enjoy a lot of the SevTech recordings I've done, but that doesn't come out for a while, so. And I've got a lot of stuff in the pipeline working. So, next year is actually going to be a major content boost. So we're going to be doing a lot of different fresher content coming up. So look forward to that. Certain series will be getting replaced. I'll be launching on, at the end of December, I'm going to be launching a new series called the Minecraft Modded Hardcore Survival. I'm going to pick a mod pack at random, one that I don't know. Or I do know but don't know a lot of, and I'm just gonna get into it, and we're gonna do a hardcore series out of it. And that's my current plan to do for right now. I also have some plans with some some Civilization, and a bunch of new games I want to get on the channel. But yeah, and then as far as how I stream, honestly, an hour isn't that big of a deal for streaming. I know a lot of people have a hard time putting down an hour's worth of content for a stream. In my opinion, it's not difficult, I don't think. I think that it's probably one of the easier things to do overall, and I think that's something people don't realize is how easy just streaming for an hour and hanging out is. Honestly, the hardest thing with my streaming my YouTube channel is time to eat. So as you all know, I work out 5 days a week, and I work out pretty high intensity. I run roughly 1 to 2 miles typically a day. Well, actually 1.5 to 2 miles a day, on top of then working out for almost 2 hours. So it's I gotta eat a lot. I'm actually low on calories. I've talked about in previous vlogs. I only do 2,500 calories, and it's difficult. I do typically do a lot of recordings on Saturdays, because Saturday I don't have D&D, because I'm not in Wolf's campaigns anymore, or campaign. And I just kind of go at it, I start in the morning with my Minecraft stream, and then I do my Creator's Creation, which we're still working on, and then, boom, I jump in and start doing whatever YouTube series I feel like doing that day. And, it just kind of adds up. My best advice to new YouTubers is don't be like me, because obviously it's not working. But also on top of that, I recommend, maybe if you want to do YouTube, finding a series you're passionate about is great, but if you start to feel like, you want to keep doing it but you're getting burnout, start doing different games. I know a lot of YouTube channels like to do like a single kind of game and just kind of go with that, or they come up with now they come up with themes for each week or each day. I'm the kind of guy who does a different game every day, but it's the same game. It's the same game as last week on the same day, most of the time. and this does burn because sometimes I'll be like working on, like, for example, RimWorld was a big one. I was doing, like, I had 3 series planned and uploaded and ready to go for the next like 3-4 months, and then Ideology came out of random, and I'm like, well, shit. Now people are gonna see this and like, oh well, this is an Ideology, so I'm just gonna not watch it, and so I had to then go record a series of Ideology and basically post it so people would keep relevant to the channel. So there are some downsides, but I mean I enjoy it. I quite like doing the way I do for YouTube, and I like streaming on Twitch for like an hour. I used to do 3 hours a day, but I was in school then, and or I was working an easier job, and as I continue to increase in pay, my workload goes up, which means I have less time to game, and yeah. I will be doing tomorrow a video. The vlog in the morning is going to be about, what was it? Oh yeah, we're going to be talking about my New Year's resolutions and what you guys can kind of expect for the next year. And yeah, so we're going to try and continue getting these daily uploads going. I mean, they're not too hard to do for me, thankfully. I just get on in the morning before I really start working on anything, and, quickly record something with a thought process. Fun story of the day though. I do think I saw like a hooker for the first time in Seattle. As I was walking out of the gym at about 4:45, roughly around there. I saw a black car kind of pull up to a street block up, and I'm like, okay, whatever. Maybe it's a Lyft or an Uber. And I see this woman get out in high heels, nice leg, beautiful legs. Like, this woman was very good shape. Short, skimpy black dress, and I'm like, it is 30 degrees out right now. And she walked right past on the other side of the street, and I'm like, okay, first off, as a guy, I don't walk on the same side of the street as any woman in the early morning before the sun's up, because that causes problems, because it's, you never know what's going to happen. My opinion, I don't want to get accused of something. I've seen and heard guys talk about how gals have yelled and screamed just because they walked on the same sidewalk, and I don't. That scared the shit out of me. I'm like, that's a prison sentence right there. And being a man who's mostly gay, but doesn't look it, that worries me, because like now I've got to prove, oh, I'm gay. But yeah, no. As far as it goes, that was interesting. And then I saw the car sitting there as she walked up to these apartments across the street, and got rang up. And I was like, that's kind of weird. And the car was still sitting there as I walked by, and I couldn't see the driver because the windows were tinted. But I'm like, this is definitely some sort of hooker. She could have been going to a club, but no clubs are open that late, and at least not within Seattle. I couldn't find one especially on a Wednesday. Like, it was weird. Could have been a girls' night out. Could have been 100%. But the way her heels were set up, because they kind of flashed every once in a while, he just seemed suspicious. Might not have been. Could have been totally just like a Lyft driver checking out her ass while he was sitting there watching her walk off. 100% could have been innocent. To me, it seems sus. And then I posted this, and Wolf goes, those are prime crackhead hours, and it could have been that. Who knows, honestly. I have no idea. I thought it was funny, though, that this happened as I'm walking by, because I'm like, wow, she is gorgeous. Like, she could be a model. And I was like, that's like legitimately kind of took me a second as I'm walking by. And I'm like, whatever. So, and I just thought it was kind of creepy the car sat there. So I was like, what's up with this dude? So I don't know. Maybe it's weird. But yeah, no, I headed back to my apartment after that. And made my eggs and my rice and called it good. But it was interesting. As far as it goes, though, if you guys have any topics you'd like me to address or talk about, let me know. Otherwise, yeah, tomorrow we'll talk about like what the plan is with the new year, for the channels, for Twitch, for YouTube, the 2 YouTube channels, and what I personally plan to do. So we'll talk about that tomorrow, and hopefully we won't run out of topics by the end of the month. So, I mean, we're on day 8, so not too terrible. But thank you all for watching this series, and I hope you enjoy it. And let me know again down in the comments if there's anything you'd like me to talk about in my life or that I've brought up on a series. I need to go rebrush my teeth. Damn. All right, thank you all, and have a good day.